Namaskar viewers, Pranam, and welcome to this channel. We are into our hold on. It's echoing, right?
It's not echoing. It's perfect now.
Okay, it is. I okay. Uh, all right. So viewers, we are into our second show, Bangalore Agri Parivaar. The topic is farming isn't a battle against nature, but a partnership respecting its basic. So I am lucky to have a panelist, Dr. Chandrasekhar M. Biradarji, Jagdish ji, Ritesh ji, and Ashok Bala Reddy, and myself and Balaji, we will be the host for the show. So I will start with since Chandrasekhar ji is going home. I'm not sure. We'll start with Jagdish ji. So Jagdish ji and I, we share our relationship for last 4 or 5 years. We were running a big agricultural program, GIST, where we brought a lot of scientists and Padma Shri and our zero farming, Subhas ji, all on one platform during COVID time. And that's where I met Jagdish ji, and what a person he is. So Jagdish ji will introduce himself. Then Ritesh, you are also welcome. Ashok, people have already seen you, but we'll have a brief introduction. So, Jagdish ji, please go ahead. Please briefly introduce. You are mute.
Unmute.
Yeah, thank you, Sharadji, thank you, Balaji, and all panel members, Chandrasekhar ji and others. I began my journey for agriculture in '96. Prior to that, I was in the market research industry. I studied electronics, so I came to the subject purely out of passion. And the good kind universe gifts those people who stand and ask. So I was one of those people who said, "I want to be in this space. I want to express myself here," and I've been guided by a whole lot of well-wishers who have let me do many experiments. What would I say? I don't speak so much about organic farming, not for any other reason, though I deeply believe in sustainability and nature. That I did a lot of experimentation on what we call as aeroponics, soilless cultivation, but that only got me closer to nature. So I have done and worked with farmers across the globe, many lessons to learn. I'd be happy to share and learn from you people here too. That's about me briefly.
Okay,
So
Ritesh.
Jagdish sir, just aeroponics is same as hydroponics. Are both the same, or is there any
Slightly
difference?
different. The names are used
Huh,
very confusingly.
huh,
In aeroponics, technically, we do not have flowing water,
hmm.
but this is a technology that NASA had pioneered to do on the space shuttle. If you remember the Mars movie where they grow potatoes, precisely the work is the
Martian.
world standard, but few people speak about it. I'm one of those few who have had the opportunity to commercialize it in India.
Oh, very
But that's
nice.
very synthetic. So, first, a disclaimer saying that having practiced, I very shyly speak about organic farming, but I believe in it. It's in my heart.
Amazing. Yes. Ritesh.
Hi, Namaste Sharad Mohan ji, Namaste Balaji ji, Ashok ji and Jagdish ji, Chandrasekhar ji also. And I come from the place where the borders are met, the Mysore district and the Kurg. We have a different kind of weather over there. So it's sometimes it's so challenging to do horticulture and agriculture there. It's two different stream. So I basically started my agriculture journey in 2016, and then I started to learn about organic things, and I did organic farms, and I developed organic farms nearby Coorg, Kodagu, and Mysore districts. One of my field is totally organic, and one of my other field is commercialized crops, where I grow with using 50% of chemical fertilizers also. So for the sustainability, we should do both simultaneously. That's what I believe. At the time, we can't jump into organic thing totally, but gradually we can do it. It's possible, and I've seen. and much of result within it. And
So,
the
hmm,
main thing is, for the organic thing, I believe, is Jivamrita. It's the major thing which has more benefits to the trees, plants, and soil.
hmm. So don't we do coffee and in the Kurg Mandya district, like uh, yeah, or something else? Because that
Mandya is known for sugarcane, whereas coffee it's in Coorg, and Piriyapatna it's bordering both Mysore and Coorg, right?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
so
the
so
border.
again, sorry, we'll talk more. But a typical coffee plantation, the soil, is it okay to grow the things which you are saying, or is it more centric to coffee plantation, like because of the
Uh,
land gradient, slope, and all those things?
So it
Just a
is,
thing.
but the coffee, it's usually grown in the altitude of 6,000 above altitudes. But
Okay,
the thing is, using these organic things and other things, we can do it in the other situations also, other climate changes also, because coffee is not the original crop, like the native crop. It was
correct.
bought
Yeah,
was bought.
true, true.
So it's like it requires some processes where we should think and concentrate on it. So then we can achieve things using the soil fermentations and all.
Thank you. Yes, Balaji.
Yes, Ashok, a brief introduction of yourself
Yeah,
once again.
namaste. My name is Ashok Balreddy. So my actual profession is as a career. I was into animation. I was working in Mumbai, but born and brought up everything in Karnataka, Kolar district near to KGF. So in 2013, 14, 15, around this time, I realized like, no, I need to get back to farming, and to my village and do some farming work and all. After realizing so many, things. So for that reason, I just watched few YouTube videos as any IT people do, and then I came back to my village and then started many experiments. Like every weekends are like going to workshops, meeting farmers, learning, and going back to my village and implementing. But somehow, initially I got the support from the my father, like to do farming and all. But there is a market. This is in 2015-16 side. There was nothing called like people are not valuing the organic thing and all. And I was such a person like it should be like pure organic. I need to get all desi seeds, this thing, that thing, and all. I had to follow this thing. But in this journey, I learned how not to do farming. uh, so this is my biggest learning, how not to do farming. So I think, and then I slowly focused back on my career, getting farming. Farming in the sense like the organic farming, because farming activities are going in the village, but not the natural way of doing. I had 5 desi cows and all. So I took a break and understood like something is going wrong. I'm not, even after producing, there's no buyers for the produce. I have to go and beg people in my own society to buy it and making them understanding, because I strongly believe it, but the society is not ready for the natural food or the organic food. So I took a break and I was back to focusing on my career. I think now the market is ready, so I thought like I need to give a second chance in what I believe strongly. So this is my introduction. That's it. Thank you. And I strongly believe like agriculture is like all so many things you have to animal husbandry, everything has to be involved, not just monocrops, not just this thing and all. It should be like a forest kind of a thing.
So
That's
good
it.
point. So Ashok, since you
Yes,
you
sir.
are you are educated, you from IT and all those things, our
Mhm.
Indian education system, does it give us some platform or knowledge base to use our knowledge for agriculture? We keep on hearing from our childhood that
Mhm.
it's a agriculture centric country, so many
Mhm.
people, but any of our education system, any from school level, do we have even a chapter on basic agriculture concept? uh, don't you feel that's a handicap? We study so many things, geography of
True.
say some western country, topography, all kind of things we study, right, whether ICSE, CBSE, or state boards, PUC. But there is nothing on agriculture, right? I mean, you learn yourself doing YouTube and all, right? So,
Yeah, meeting farmers basically. I mean, meeting farmer. What happens in YouTube is like, in YouTube, you get information, but you don't get the right information. When you go and meet, you will see the reality of the person when you connect close to him. When coming back to this education system, we have few chapters on like, plants, this thing and all, but that is only for limited to the examination and passing the examination, not hands-on. My connection to the farming came back because like, in the childhood days, we used to visit my villages during the summer holidays. And then I'm fortunate enough to like, to connect so many dots and understand like, it's like an awakening, like, how you can, what is main important in the life journeys. So I mean, everybody has to calm down in silence and then understand what is the important things. Then only can get back to what we are doing. Otherwise, there's so much of knowledge vastly available, but people has to go and seek the knowledge. It will not come to you.
right.
And I'm so happy, like, there's so many panelists are there. I can come meet, mentor, and then because I'm ready to work, but there is no right mentoring and pointing, okay, go in this direction. That is missing a lot in our generation. So many people wants to do farming, but they're confused. And biggest challenge is working is fine. The bigger challenge will be the market. The bigger challenging will be the local, village politics, family politics. Handling that is another chaos. But now, only once you jump in, then only you can understand, you can swim in.
Okay, fine. Balaji.
Yes. Um, Namaste, everyone. My name is Balaji, and we belong to Dr. Ankit Shah Parivar in Bangalore. Uh, um, it was initially we were before 2 years when Ankit Bhai used to visit Bangalore. We used to meet, and hardly some 15 people used to meet for breakfast, lunch, and we used to discuss everything about geopolitics and geoeconomics. Post the Operation Sindoor, I requested Ankit Bhai and I asked, can I use your platform to create awareness and to create more people, bring more people into the fold who are all watching you in Bangalore? Can we meet up? And it all started with a small YouTube post I created. I gave my personal number, and the WhatsApp group on day one had within 3 days it had 300 people. We arranged the first meet in Baswangudi, and almost 95 people came that day. Post that, the streak is not ending. Every 2 weeks once we meet in different corners of Bangalore, and we invited Dr. Ankit Shah also to Bangalore. We had an amazing meet in Bugle Rock, and we also had one more meet in the Ankit Bhai gave a speech in Yuvapata Jainagara, that is Yuvaka Sangha. And the post that when we met last time in Gandhinagar, Ashok was also there with us. One of the volunteers suggested, okay, we know IT is going, jobs are going away very soon. What next? What can we do every time we are meeting? What is the next further action? Can we do something in agriculture? That's what people posed a question. And one of the volunteer gave a suggestion, why not we start an agricultural cooperative means because many people here are interested in agriculture, but they don't know how to farm, or they do not have their first experience in farm yet. But Ankit Bhai is telling since 3 years that agriculturists are the future rich people. So people are interested, but they don't have any farm, or they don't have any sufficient training. So we thought, why not we start in this cooperative society? We ask people to send their farm details, who all have farms in different parts of Bangalore and Mysore. people will come to the registered location of agriculture society to take up the training. And once they take many types of training will be given here. It can be hydroponics. As sir is expert in aeroponics, he can also give us training regarding that. Savaiva krishi, and what Ritesh said, zero budget natural farming. There is organic cocoa peat farming, different types of farming. And for the people, for the youngsters who are willing to what do you say, try out, we will be allocating some parcels of land, that is 0.25 acres or something, so that they can try and get a feel on agriculture first. Once they get a feel, once they get a hold, later on we can the next step is they will be buying land, and they will start they will enter the journey with themselves. So in the intermediate stage they will be needing our support. This cooperative will also help them to their produce. We will be having a single marketplace. Ankit bhai is very gracious of letting use his platform to reach many people on the produce what we are getting, and we can actually he will be helping us in marketing that also. So this is the main agenda of cooperative society what we started. The first meeting, agriculture meeting, we had with Sharat Mohan Anna when he came to Indranagar, and Jagdish Chandrasekhar Biradar sir was our chief guest then. And that was a day we saw a vibe with people. Many people they were so happy, and we got response like, thank you for arranging such meet. But one small hindrance what we started to face is people had to come from different parts of Bangalore for agriculture meet to one single location. That was a little bit difficult. So that is when we decided next 510 agricultural meet we will conduct online. Let if you have any questions, people can ask it over here. And post January, February, as we see the higher act is in progress, as the outsourcing jobs everything cuts, many people in their offices, who are people who are following us, Dr. Ankit Shah fans, they will bring in more people into agriculture fold, into the society, and the society will grow, the community will grow, and also the society. We have I would like to introduce Ritesh one more time. Ritesh is actually he's very experienced in verifying land records within Karnataka. He is in connect with his name is Krishna, right?
Krishna.
Ritesh?
Yes,
Krishna.
Krishna.
Yes. Krishna, sir, was an ex-Tahsildar. He is also a full-time farmer. Both can provide consulting, saying the verifying the land records, helping them to make sure everything is in proper order. Yes, you can go for this land. There is no legal issues with that particular land. Yes, they can provide that consulting for them. Because Ritesh has been doing this from past 4 5 years. He has complete knowledge on that. And apart from that, Ritesh is also practicing zero budget natural farming. That's what he explained. He is also expert in A2 milk. Did you tell about A2 milk, Ritesh?
Yeah,
No, I
we'll
didn't tell.
actually
Yeah.
we'll talk when we come back. Let's
Yes, yes, yes.
go
Sure,
to
sure. Yes.
anything else,
Uh,
Balaji?
Nothing else. I think so. Biradar sir is ready. So,
Yeah,
Mohoday, you can please give a brief introduction about yourself once again.
Chandrasekhar ji, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. First of all, the Balaji. So to bring this one, and also our Golguppa man and Sharaddi, we have been associated for a very long time, and so glad that he started this channel and bringing the connecting the people around the world, especially focused in India, and myself being the work across nearly about 50 to 68 countries, and predominantly as the work in America, where I started like working in the NASA, ISRO, and space technology, other things. And why I started agriculture is basically in the backyard in US, because of there is the a pound of the meat is $1 and a single capsicum is $1. I couldn't understand how that's possible. So this is where I started my backyard as a 4 by 4 square feet. End up in growing the 237 types of the vegetables in the backyard. When you grow so much in the small little space, I thought, why not to go back to the agriculture? That's how I moved to the Middle East and then North Africa, so where the very, very malnutrition other thing is there. So later I moved to here. So journey basically trained as a forester, ecologist, and genetic resources in masters, and mapping the Indian biodiversity in my PhD through ISRO using the satellite, and work a lot in the big technologies, machine learning, big data, and all things. I understood that when I come back to India, I published the 500 plus publication. But when I came to India, asked the farmer, "Yeah, you read my paper?" They said, "What paper?" They don't know anything about me. That's where the eye opening for me. It is the what we publish and it's not reaching to the people around. So when I started our own farm and what really reach into agriculture and do nothing farming, and I'm being big believer in our Indian national systems and the traditional system of farming. That's what before I was telling the people to do it, but I started myself doing that one. Wherever I lived in the several countries, I first things I did is farming. Means whether the rooftop, it is the backyard, the kitchen garden, is the balcony, every possible way you grow the food, and you learn that how to grow the food without effort. So this is the journey. That one. That's a brief, and of course we go that one now, helping the hundreds of thousands of farmers in India, really shifting towards the do nothing and what's called reducing input cost, and what they grow they can be healthy first, and so that they can feed the others healthy food. That is the concept. And we are making the green grama swarajya, so that what dream it to the one connecting the villages and cottage industry. There's the India ruled entire world, and what even kitchen garden growing the pepper that reach the rest of the world. So there's a concept we started, that how best we can reach the world again, and to make India as the one of the Vishwaguru in terms of the food and sustainability. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Thank you so
So
much.
thank you, Chandrasekhar ji. We'll go to our last panelist. Please go ahead, Fanny.
Paniraj, yes.
I mean, for the ones who joined on 3rd of November, I think I had taken a lot of questions last time we met. Yeah, but for the ones who have joined this time, so myself is I'm Paniraj. I work in an IT company like many in Bangalore, and then I'm actually a farmer from last 2 years. So I have my own share of understandings and reflections and then experience in the last 2 years. So yeah, so I am a follower of Dr. Antiksha from the last maybe 2.5 years or so. I just stumbled upon one of his videos in YouTube, and then from then on, yeah, things happened. And then when I first saw this in Twitter, I think, or on Twitter, I think, yeah. So I saw Balaji's number, and then I clicked on that link, and then he took me to the WhatsApp groups. So that's how we are here, like everyone else. So yeah, that's what quickly about me. I have a little farm near Gundlupet in Karnataka. So I go there very often. So tomorrow also I'm going there. So yeah, once in 10 days or 15 days I keep visiting. And then now I have planted horse gram, and then field beans, and then cowpea. So in Kannada it's called Hurli, Alsande, and Avre. So yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm expecting harvest next in month or 45 days or so. So it should be done. So yeah, I'm going to check my crops tomorrow. I'm going there. So that's what it
Okay.
is.
Okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, Fanny. Right. And viewers, viewers on Instagram who posting me for the language, guys. We can talk in bit Kannada. We can talk in Telugu, Hindi, any language. But overall, the discussion will be English because of the larger audience. So people who are posting question on Instagram, you should know that we will have a different language centric program later on. But with due respect and regards to you, this is an English program, and we can help you if you don't understand that. So we, for those viewers, now for the panelist, I will get straight away into the question and answer. What we'll do is, instead of, unless until you have to add a new thing, we don't want to repeat it, because normally we end up getting a lot of questions we don't finish. So if you think that everything is covered, uh, you can skip that part, right? So let me start with the very first question. I think it was regarding the land, or
Prakar Prakash De.
okay,
Prakash De 765.
I'm just going there. In the meantime, yeah. I got it. Okay, here is the question on the screen. Around Bangalore or Bangalore, where can we buy agricultural land? Is the question. What is the average prices going on going on, and are there any loan options that are available? Let's keep answer brief. Anyone of the panelists can answer. Yes, Chandrasekhar ji.
Okay, so because of I wanted to buy some land, so that we did when I came back to Bangalore. So then we went around and anywhere land they went very high price here. So that in 85, when I explored around the Bangalore in Dodapulla, Purupara, where I'm living, so anywhere between 86 lakhs to 2 crores. So depend upon the how the accessibility is road and other things.
Per
So that is
acre,
the
per acre.
per acre. I'm talking about per acre. This to keep it simplicity. So that is the cost of the land based on the what that can be suitable for growing something, the vegetables or fruit trees. So anywhere between 85 lakhs, depending on how far it is from the main road, to 2 crore. And of course, you come closer to city, price is much higher. That is the standard rule.
2 crore for the agricultural land, and these are like zoned areas. Wow.
Yeah, basically, of course, even like that is the one. I came the 3 years ago. There's the acre land available for about 30 lakh rupees, and now the same guy is asking for the 3 crores.
And do they have a loan? Because normally in most of the countries, bank don't give loans for the land.
Hmm.
Right. Even in India, banks don't give loans for acquiring real estate.
True.
No.
There's a technical reason why they don't
Only
give
if you're buying, only if you're buying a house or building the house, they will give you loan. And recent, I have heard Karnataka state government is giving loans. I also posted on WhatsApp. It is giving 15 lakh loans with 5% interest. That's it for building a shed and buying cows. Up to 15 lakh loans they are giving. I think so. Jagdish sir can elaborate on that if anybody interested in raising Gomata.
Okay.
Yeah,
couple of
that is
technicals
actually
about
not
that.
available in all districts. It is available right now in Bangalore Urban, Bangalore North, and Bangalore newly formed Bangalore South. That is all. It's not available
Okay.
in any other district.
Thanks.
So moving to the next question, Meet Badri, Meet Badri.
Meet Badri.
Reason why we don't get the right information we need is the very purpose objective why we want to get into agriculture. I mean, so anyone, maybe
I just
Hitesh.
want to take this
Okay,
question.
sorry. Yeah, Jagdish.
Yeah, look, generally the systems have never recorded data accurately for multiple reasons of multiple stakeholders. Even beginning with farmers, because the Revenue Act says you pay a certain amount of tax, it's very nominal still between irrigated land and dry land. Even if they have irrigation, they declare it as dry land. And those who have dry land, even if they have a crop, they'll declare, I have not grown anything or I'm growing ragi or something, so that whatever. So there's data is not recorded accurately for multiple reasons. The government employees don't have an incentive to do this. But here's the good news that I want all the IT people in Bangalore to be aware of and participate into. India has created a beautiful structure for what we call as digital public infrastructure. Because if you're expecting government to collect data, you can wait for the rest of your life. That's not going to happen. Even if they have, they will not pass it on to various people. But this whole architecture called digital public infrastructure is a beautiful thing which is decentralized, will help you get access to that and will make wonders. But here in Bangalore, or Karnataka, we have a little situation. I don't want to be political about it, which is though we have digitized all the land records, they are not given to us. For example, I do have a fintech. I cannot access the land records, but if a banker wants to access the land records, it is given to him. So there are lots of ifs and buts. For those people who are interested, just type out Vistar. Sorry, I'll give you a moment. Vistar. At a national level, how they're trying to build digital public infrastructure would be very useful. Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'll
Thanks.
move to the next. I'll move to the next question. Vistar. So viewers who are listening, Vistar. Vistar. Go and visit this website. Okay,
Yes,
the next.
Paniraj, you had some comment on Vistar?
Yes, not Vista. There is actually an app called Dishank. You can check in Play Store. If you need a farmer ID, I think, to register in that. But if you have any farmer who you know who is knowledgeable about the site, small how to operate a phone, then you can definitely ask him to log in on behalf of your son. Get every. I mean, you can know who is the owner of the land, how much is the extent of it, what is the survey number across each and every land record in Karnataka. But you need to have a farmer ID. So you can ask any one of your farmer friends to download this application and then access it at your convenience.
Yeah, and I
Thank
just
you.
want to add and qualify myself for this point. See, Dishank gives you the revenue records, but if I wanted to know who all are growing tomato, Dishank won't be the appropriate thing, or who's growing areca
Okay.
nut. Okay, that's where Vistar steps in.
That is not possible.
Yeah, that's where Vistar steps in. It is using the government land records. It is using your Aadhaar card, which is linked to your land records. It is using your satellite images for that GPS. That's what they want to pipe.
Okay.
So they are helping collaborate between multiple organizations under that program. It's at various stage of manifestation. Like any government program, it's not accelerated. But here's where we need passionate people. I mean, IT savvy, digital savvy, tech people to build on this and contribute faster. And I think this forum is appropriate to discuss that. That's why. Sharji, please.
ठीक है. Okay. I'll move to the next question. Next question. Did you miss any? No, right?
No. Yeah.
This
This.
question, sir.
Yes. Please ask what are the basic. Yes. This question you have to answer. Yes.
Yeah. Can I? Sorry, I'll take the lead again. See,
Okay.
Yes.
there are levels to this. Okay. At the most entry level, you need to know your 6th standard botany.
Okay.
Okay. Not more than that. Okay. But like I said, it's at entry level, which is you need soil, you need the seed, you need water for growing. Okay. And you need to understand whether photosynthesis is happening, yes or no, with sunlight. Okay. But let's get a little deeper of what you need to know and whatever else. The 3 alphabets you need to know: GEM. For any crop, you need to understand the genetics. If you don't know the genetics and you put any amount of fertilizer to say Ilaichi banana, it's not going to grow big like a G9 banana or a Robusta banana. Or for that matter, any crop, no matter what circus you do, you won't get a basmati rice out of a Sona Masuri rice. Okay, so you need to know the genetics of that crop. First alphabet, G.
True.
Second alphabet is E, environment. The best gene in a bad environment will not express itself.
Correct.
Similarly, if you have a weak gene, give it the right environment, it will express itself very well. So you need to know the environment. Okay, without knowing the environment, if you sow in the wrong season or if you do the incorrect placement, like say try to grow coffee, you will get coffee, but it won't have the same flavor as you get in Coorg. Third most important alphabet that you need to know is M, management. What you should do at what time. If you don't know GEM, okay, you could be Abhishek Bachchan or some other person who is in the right genetics, in the right environment, but not doing the right things at the right time. Okay. Sorry for that.
That was an amazing example.
Look at life itself. You may have the best genes in you, you may be in the best environment, but if you don't do the right things at the right time, you'll be a failure. But there can be more. We can talk at depth. Chandrasekhar sir, would you like to add, or Sharadji, would like to query on that?
Yeah. Chandrasekhar ji.
No, I think there's a gem is definitely the first thing, but the one thing is what you call the green thumb, but your interest. Okay, anything is there. I make sure that plants stay healthy. And agriculture, you are doing the first time, like what I started in the US, like starting from the complete different environment. I don't know anything about it, but I started that. Okay, what I think understand that plant not to be the too much caring or too much negligence, so that basically I saw that everyone killing the plant because too much of the love. Then we understand that what need to be done. So that's the one first thing is that basically it's kind of the caring care of the children, like so that how we take care of the children. We learn about. So first child we be so much of the worried. Second child we were just going there, the as usual. Same thing happens to agriculture. The best thing about the agriculture is get started. That's it. You are interested to want to grow something, get started. You learn a lot of things on the way.
True.
Very
And
true.
one more thing I feel is agriculture is like, it's like a mother is a woman giving a birth to a child. So from the time you prepare the soil to seed plantation, and as Ritesh ji was mentioning about the vermipose and all, it takes such a passion, the slow way of the plant coming out from the ground, and then eventually the final product, that you need to have that kind of patience and love and passion. So it's not like a fast food, guys. It's not 2020, but it gives you immense pleasure. If you are a creative person, it's your baby. So think from that perspective. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'll move.
So just I wanted to add to the same thing what you mentioned. The before you're going to venture into buying the land, you have the house, you have the balcony, you have the front yard, you have backyard, with the roof. You bring the few pots, start growing the tomato is the easiest crop to grow. And if you do successful, you harvest the tomato, then you can able to do the agriculture.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Moving
It was an
moving
amazing.
on, but the panelist, I think Funny has not spoken. Ritesh, you want to speak something? Yeah.
Yeah, the basic thing
Yes.
you should keep in your mind to start agriculture is to think of your future. That's the basic thing, actually. That's the
Hmm.
future.
Okay. Yes, Funny, you want to say something? Funny Raj.
No, I don't have anything. I was just holding my hand like this. No.
Okay. So, so
Yeah, I mean, they have given enough reasons why to get into agriculture. Yeah, those are all valid. And
Last
then
time he had
looking
given, yes.
forward, I mean, mine is very a very personal thing why I get it. So I wanted self sufficiency for myself and my family. So that's the only reason I have. So yeah, I'll plan something towards it also.
so one more thing, for the new people, and also Ashoka just shared an article where he mentioned that the spinach, right, all those kind of Indian spinach which we proudly eat, for a lot of nutritional value. It's been, I don't know which group has come out with research that they're finding a lot of metals into the spinach. Now I don't buy normally these type of surveys, these western driven surveys, because they keep on in destroying our eat food habits. So don't just blindly follow it. But again, guys, for agriculture, it has to be a potable water. You cannot put a drain water into your agriculture. So whatever you drink, that is what you're putting to your seed and the soil. So it is your mother soil. You cannot just have a. So keep that in mind. And I would like to hear from the experts that, because in India, uh, across India, I have a lot of friends in Delhi IIT who are doing water manage these type of tests. They find a lot of arsenic in the water. They find a lot of like a regional flavor. So how can we be safe from all this thing, because agriculture eventually impacts our health? Any panelists, please go ahead. Anyone? Yeah.
Yeah. I think the coming to back that the arsenics and toxins in the food, especially the peri-urban agriculture, because of the water is not good. All the often they use the sewage water, other things. And CS studies recently, I think about few months ago, they brought that 98% of the vegetables buy in Bangalore or any urban cities, they have the one other kind of the arsenics or a pesticide in that. So that's what. So that is why I'm telling that why one should start urban farming, a rooftop, balcony garden, especially you are eating the fresh vegetable. As you, Sharadi mentioned that the spinach, that is the absolutely. But we have a lot of the native leafy vegetables that replace the spinaches. They grow without the chemicals. They're native, and often we call them the weed, but they are very high nutrition value. That's one thing. So that even you can start the small pot at this your home with a lettuce. Start. This is a good time to start actually winter the leafy vegetables. Even organic you start. Even because of the kids go into the balcony, pick one lettuce leaf, put into the bread and eat in crunchy things. That's what makes. So important thing to one should remember is the time they harvested and the eaten. Coming directly, the 24 hours spinach lost about 90% of this nutrition value. अभी हम क्या करते हैं so that we पहले ही वो हार्वेस्ट फार्मर्स हार्वेस्ट करके मार्केट में रखते हैं, और देन फ्रेश वहाँ फ्रोजर में रहेगा, उसके घर में लेके फ्रिज में रख के खाना खाएंगे अभी 2 दिन के बाद, so that all the nutrition is gone. So this is the advantage of that. When you harvest the same day, you can eat it. That is where the most nutrition. Instead of eating that much, you can only reduce the very little. So that couple of reduce. That is the very key for why you grow your own. Yeah.
Good point. Ashok,
Yeah,
you want to
I
add
just want to
something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny,
Please
please
go ahead.
continue.
Funny.
Jagdish sir.
So, Ashok, you want
Okay,
to?
I just wanted to add. See, one has to look at purely from a willingness to pay perspective. Because for many families and many people, Kothimir Methi Palak was given away free. There's a huge resistance, particularly in the women folk, to pay for it and buy. If price goes up, they won't buy it.
Yeah.
So what happened
Correct.
on the other side of the supply chain, for a farmer, is a 30-day crop. In 30 days, he earns his money. And when somebody else goes it with wastewater or sewerage water, he's making money in 30 days, thanks to God, because God gave sunlight, there was some wasteland, and they just harvest on their head income. There is no incentive for a farmer to grow it organically and supply it organically. If some of you people, building on the idea you had suggested as, cooperative farming, etc., you want to do it, it can be done. But please understand, your costs will be more than the person who's going with sewerage water or carrying it on their head load. It's a pure issue of economics why we are not getting good, nutritious vegetables around Bangalore, or for that matter, any city. But if we are conscious about it, we can build systems. There is no knowledge that is new required. What needs to be done, we all know. Do we make sufficient commitment would be the only question.
Yes. Funny, Raj. Thank
Paniraj,
you. Yeah.
that's something to pitch in.
I mean, just to add to this, if we are forming the collective, we can have our own designated laboratories to test or produce what we grow in our own collective. That actually can even help us to build a brand also for ourselves.
GI tag. You're
Because-
mentioning about something GI tag.
Yeah, GI tags, and also, best example is Organic Mandya. I mean, they say they test for how genuine the product is, because I once contacted them for last year to sell my chia seeds. In the end, they did not procure it. They told me that, okay, our stocks are full and I don't want. So when I gave them the sample to test it, so they have mechanism to test their own, and then they say, okay, this product is pure. So they actually accepted my product. So I had grown it without fertilizer, without pesticides, nothing. I just planted it. Whatever it came, I took it out last year. And then finally, nobody accepted my product. And then I have to sell it at market rates in APMC. So net loss. So I agree with you, sir. So yeah, it's a loss in the end. So
I just wanted to share.
happens.
I just wanted to share a little learning I've had across these many years. This is the curse of agriculture. When you don't have produce, be it chia seeds or be it any fruits or vegetables, they'll say, we all want it. The day you have it on your hand, they'll say, not today, tomorrow, not at this price, at another price. They'll say, not green color, but I want yellow color. They will say,
Yes.
all kinds of excuses why they should not buy.
They say your seeds have turned white. Your chia seeds have turned little white. So, but when you actually go into the online market, they have their own pricing for white seeds. They have their own pricing for black seeds, and everything sells in online. But when it comes from the farmer, I say, no, sir, you have stored in this bag. It has turned white, so your price is less. So we hear all kinds of stories in the end. When you take your produce to the market, there you will be so disheartened to see people. I mean, my basic sustenance is not from agriculture, but people who are dependent on it, you have to hear their stories in the APMCR. So they will be really heartbroken.
Okay. So moving on to the next question very quickly. We have a lot of questions, guys, so we'll be fast this time. So Chandana, namaste, sir. Last time live chat, someone mentioned about agricultural land for 6 lakh. Well, 84 to 2 CR is what Chandrasekhar ji is saying. But maybe the plot size will be small. I am interested in buying. Can you? So Balaji,
It
maybe
is definitely not near Bangalore. It is definitely not near
The question
Bangalore.
was whether around the Bangalore, that question. But that's what I'm advising everyone, like people coming, I really want to do the agriculture. Instead of buying the 2 crore rupees in 1 acre here, go to your villages. Then you can spend 1 crore में 10 acre मिलेगा. अभी I did a couple of software engineers bought the land 10 acre. 1 crore में ऐसी मतलब 8 to 9 lakh, you'll get a very good land in a, just move away from the Bangalore. Like if you go to the south, you can get it, no problem that. But degraded lands and water access is not there, rain fed, you can get 6 lakh, but I don't think so anywhere in Karnataka until there is a completely far away and nothing is accessible. But in average, I see in the village level, it's about 10 lakh, you can get a decent land.
Perfect. Okay, moving to the next question. This is again from her, from Chandana. Can we farm millet for the first time in agriculture? Is it millet farming tough?
No, quite easy. They are drought resistance. Just you need a land, either rain fed, you can sow it, you can harvest it. Not easy. Not that
And
easy.
ragi is an indigenous product of Karnataka, guys. So anyone can add here, please, panelist.
Yeah,
Wheat,
ragi.
wheat, sorghum, or jawar as we call it, or bajra. These are native things and very easy to grow. Actually, start experimenting with that.
True. Okay.
Especially when you are going to have a parallel job and try it, start with millets.
Ragi is
Ritesh,
very
you had
easy.
I
something
would
to add?
suggest that you can take a 9 millets, what's called navadanas. You can sow them all the few rows, and you know that which one you grow in your land the very best. Then what you need, you can pick up that and continue.
Yes,
Ritesh,
Ritesh.
please chip in.
Ragi is the best, blessed crop for us because it's grown very easily and it can be kept for years and years. And it's so good for our health also. It's so easy. If you even nowadays people just they'll spread the ragi seeds from their hand and they'll just get the crop. It's not at all tough.
So answer my question. So ragi seed will be what, 90 days seed crop, or 120 days or 130 days?
It
How
will
many?
be around. It will be in between under 90 and 120. It depends on
120
the
up to 120.
weather and
Variety.
what do you call everything.
Variety.
Yeah,
And tell us about in percentage the water consumed by a paddy and ragi.
ragi doesn't need
You don't
that
need any
much of
water.
water.
No
It
Just
water.
in
doesn't.
the
Just
It
2
will
or 3
only.
rains.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all.
And thumb rule is that if you go to the puddle rice, at the standard rice cultivations, 1 kg of the rice require 2,000 to 5,000 liters of the water, but ragi
Wow.
require 3 to 500 liters. That's a huge difference. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
drastic
Huge.
difference.
Okay. Balaji, you want to add? We'll move to the next question.
We'll move to next question. Yes.
Okay. Meet Badri. His question is asked: why should we consider this for only people who lose jobs? We should not propagate this. Again, this is advice as just a replacement of income generation. There is so much to talk about lifestyle in agriculture.
I
Yes.
think so. This question is for me because the comment what I gave, many people are
Okay, you
losing
can.
jobs, and we will be getting more people. Meet Badri ji. We personally pray that no jobs are lost in this havoc which is about to come. But unfortunately, reality is reality. US is taking a lot of debt, and the debt number is increasing like every 70 days they are adding one trillion, and it is soon the what do you call they have uh, uh, Congress has halted on debt ceiling. Very soon that debt ceiling debate, the government isn't shut down since 36 days. The moment it is crossing, they will add in few more trillions, and the IT jobs are not sustainable anymore. Let us see what will happen. But we are not creating a scare over here. So for this, please move into agriculture. We are introducing agriculture because many people were interested, and Ankit Bhai was telling since day one that this is farmers will be the richest post 2030. So you can all try out your hand in this field. That is the core reason why I told the statement.
Okay. And before Chandrasekhar ji answer, he has a second question. Maybe you can mix that together. Uh, Ask Steam panel can provide a small scale plan to start and slowly transition into a long term commitment. It should help the newbie a lot. So you can mix both the
Yeah.
questions into one. Yeah.
I think there's a perfect, so that in order to save the time. And the one thing is very one should understood that it is whether how much you money make. And agriculture is for the zero money and lot of the money, no job and the big job. So the both. So I see the people, they have during COVID, they lost a job. I put them back to the agriculture. They are happy. And now the people who made a lot of money being doctors in the Dubai and US, they come back, they started agriculture. So it is the simple concept is that the lifestyle, right? For example, we do a lot of the money in city sitting there. You go on the weekend to relax for a couple of days. What if that job should be like that every day, right? You go to resort and spend in nature, enjoy those things. And at the end of the day, we need that peace of the mind and peace of the living. And agriculture is that what you can provide. I can go the very detail on that one, but simplicity is that the farm as a resort. So you still should think in that way. So what you need, very good food and nice water and nice nature, and you grow your own thing. So that what you basically designing is that net zero living in the system of the 1 acre. We can sustain by the family of the 5 to 6 people, and where we have your own food. And also a simple analogy is that, right, how the Maharishis used to live in the like Rama went from Ayodhya to Sri Lanka, Rama Sri Rama. So they not carried his stove and other things along with him. So they just lived with the fruits and vegetables, those things. So we design the system in that morning, wake up go to the farm, eat a papaya, something, one fruit, breakfast is done. Afternoon, cut the coconut, drink the water, and eat that kobri. So then lunch is done. Evening, the couple of the banana and the milk, if you have the cow, it done. So the no cook, no boil, no oil. That is the concept we are looking towards, the sustainable living while growing the good thing on the land. So I address the both questions in the simple way. But of course, the other panel members can add, please.
I'll move to the next question. I think we have already answered this. We have a lot of questions, so everybody will have. Okay. Kindly advise us which crop and market to target with cooperative group. Jagdish ji?
Yeah, generally, if you want to do this, I would say start with vegetables. I must qualify that. Mostly vegetables are grown by gamblers. The farmers who grow vegetables are gamblers. Either they hit a jackpot or they lose all their money.
Oh.
But because you're a cooperative, I'm saying you'll be able to absorb those costs, as well as most important thing. Look, first do your homework about the market. Whether you want to grow in soil, whether you want to grow it organically, you want to grow it hydroponically, aeroponically, everything science is available. We will impart that knowledge to you. But market, I told you the curse of agriculture. The moment you have mango in your fruit, in your hands, they will say, sorry, I don't want it today. I wanted it raw. I don't like Alfonso. I want some other variety. Or if you have brought some other variety, they'll say, I eat only Alfonso. The moment food is available in front of you, human beings are choosy. So design your cooperative in a way where you have an option for markets. I believe all horticulture crops, generally have done well. People who have grown paddy, wheat, maize, cotton have lost money. People who grown vegetables, at least on a 3-crop basis or a 4-crop basis, have made money. You may lose once, but next time you will make money, purely from that perspective. But yes, I wanted to bring a different angle to what we call as cooperatives, because you IT people will understand that. The traditional word understanding of cooperatives really is, there's a political angle to that. Okay, but the tech angle I want to give to you people is, you would have heard or come across this term called DAO, decentralized autonomous organizations, where you work on a philosophy called the code is the law. Okay, you can design cooperatives where commitments to each other are coded. There's no cheating, no politics, and it makes a difference. Happy to share more such data and how we can do and demonstrate this. I don't have the IT skills you people have. Okay, but from a ground level, from a farmer level, India is a wonderful place where cooperative movement has succeeded and failed. There are enough lessons to learn, enough warning signals, guardrails, methods to develop. I think we should have a forward look about this in terms of possible technologies that are coming, like DAO.
Very beautiful answer. Anyone? Ashok, you have not spoken. Say something.
I just want to say, when we talk about cooperative groups, recently I signed up for one cooperative group. I get my vegetables from a group of farmers. Okay. So they don't send you I'm sending you this vegetable, this thing. They collectively give, okay, your basket is 6 kilos small, 7.5 kilo or 9 kilos. it will be surprise for you once you open it. It's vegetables. They doesn't name. It's only 7 kilos, 8 kilos, 9 kilos of vegetables. It can be multiple things. It is not standardized. They grow in a very natural way and then send it to you. You like radish, you don't like radish, but you get it. You have to eat it.
Yeah.
So, and that
So we have
cooperative
done this
society is
experiment.
running very well, and it has been run by people who are like us, like how we started. Now they started in 1980s. It is outskirts of Bangalore, near to Hosur, and the professors from Delhi and all, they just quit their jobs and they came together and they started it. When they were starting, people were laughing, the surrounding farmers, but now about 300 farmers are together with them. They continuously give them the support with the seeds, with the testing, everything, and then on weekends they'll come together and then make the baskets and then they'll supply to the fellows in the urban. It's really wonderful, the way the
Jagdish sir,
cooperative
you
is
wanted to
working.
pitch something.
Yeah, I just wanted to add. See, for those who want to study a case study, which I believe is still working, Pune has this thing called Abhinav Farmers Group. At Hinjewadi, the IT area where real estate is really expensive, like we were saying, they have made such model where they do have a multi-crore group. Okay, where there's one local leader who is taking the initiative to clean, grade, pack the vegetables and do this weekly supplies. We had tried one such experiment where for 52 weeks, for a subscription fee, we would give you a basket of 10 kgs of vegetable to your house. Okay, but we ran into the usual difficulties. When onion prices were high, they wanted more onions when we had no onions. And when the market had a lot of bindi and we gave bindi, they said, sorry, I don't want this. So, it is not manageable at scale. But in a closed community, you can do it wonderfully. There are success stories. We can share more such experiments happening around.
Anyone?
At the end, farming collective groups is together. It's cannot one man show. It's not a man show.
Yeah, it is.
The
One
more
man
people
cannot
that
do.
come, it's had to be the community work.
Okay. Next question. How long does it? This is from Nirmala. How long does it take to remove leach out pesticides in organic fertilizers from the soil before shifting to organic farming? Is it 3 years, 7 years? There is a case of Sri Lanka failing with all the hype. So there are a lot of misconception and fear among the people. What is the process? So anyone, maybe
Ritesh, I think so. You are the expert here.
Yes. The thing is, it depends on your land and how it is. Again, it depends on are you doing agriculture or horticulture? Okay, if you are doing horticulture, if there is any plants already and trees over there in your farm, you should never jump directly into organic, leaving the chemical fertilizers, because already the plants over there have been totally adopted to the chemical fertilizers and the weather too. Then, if you have the empty land, you can easily convert it into a fertilized land using some sort of organic fertilizer like vermic compost, give him jivamruta, and what do you call? Growing. I forgot the name. Growing a plant which we can grow it in 2 months. It's called.
Cover crops, fixing the
It's
nitrogen.
fixing the nitrogen into it, and you can plant your
Sun hemp.
sorry,
Leguminous crops.
Sun
and crops, and
hemp.
you can grow it. Senabu,
Niger.
Senabu is the plant. It will fix the nitrogen properly, and your drumstick plant also, that will also fix nitrogen. You can plant those plant in the border of your plot, and you can do such things, and it takes 2 years. Then you can start your organic farming after that using Jivamruta. That would be great. For horticulture, it would take some time to adopt to get adopted to the organic thing, when because it was chemical farming before, so it takes some time.
Jagdish sir, you wanted to pitch in?
Yeah, I just wanted to add. See, for the work that I have done, I want to say I can reclaim any soil given to me. Because if we could grow crops in air, I mean 0 grams of soil, not even a 0.1 gram of soil, we understand what the plant needs and how it needs to be fed. Okay. And we understand plant nutrition at a certain depth. This science is known to us. Now, coming to reclamation of soils, the first approach has to be to increase the organic carbon in the soil. It's like somebody had asked, I think it's an Akbar Birbal story, if I remember correctly, draws a line and says, how can you make this shorter without rubbing it? The answer was really draw a longer line next to that. So when you increase the carbon in the soil, the relative percentage of these pesticides or harmful things is significantly reduced. Okay, you cannot leach out in all soils. Leaching out soils of any contaminant is an issue of the amount of carbon present in the soil. Now, I wouldn't recommend you to bring sand from somewhere else to increase the porosity. But yes, there are multiple ways in which you can leach out and recover any soil. I will grow plants in desert soil. I'll grow it in clay soils, lateritic soils. You just tell me, we can create it. The science for this is known. Okay. How much time do you require to reclaim soils and whatever? Anywhere. I mean, if you had all the money, I'll reclaim it for you in 6 months. Both chemical and whatever. It's like treating cancer. Sometimes we have to do operation, we have to do a surgery, we have to do it. But take 2 years as a rough thumb rule. That's a practical time in which you'll have brought it back to places where anybody can test it and be assured. I won't say 100% free. You should know this, because if your grandfather had used DDT, it's not going to move away. It's going to be there. But its percentage will be negligibly reduced.
Okay, I want to add here. Then Chandrasekhar ji, let me add here, and then I'll come to you. So when I was in Dubai, UAE, for my vacation, I was surprised to see the amount of farming these guys have got into. Massive farming farm. And this was in summer, 50-degree temperature. I was wondering what they can grow. I asked few people, and here I'll briefly go through this. So Dubai uses high technology farming, vertical farming it's called, or hydroponics or aquaponics. And the best part is this method involves growing crops indoor, which we all know, but instead of soil, this is very important, guys, who are listening. Instead of soil, nutrient rich water is used. This is a technology which they have mastered, and obviously a lot of Indians and Europeans have pitched in for with this technology, leveraging the control environment, which greatly reduces water consumption and allows for year-round production. If Dubai can do it, why can't we in the non-water part of our southern areas, do these technology? We have so much brain. So yes, please go ahead, guys. Yeah.
So I think it's a very good. Someone is taking. So sorry for
No, please continue, sir. I was inviting you to take the lead.
Okay, so yeah, we did quite a bit of this experiment in different part of the world, and leaching of the pesticide depend upon the level of the land you have and the toxicity is used, how long the particular is used, one thing. But even though, as all of you said, that we can make that particular land is the organically, or what you call basically detoxification of the land. But if you did everything in your farm, but your surrounding farmer is not practicing, and this is where the biggest issue that India is facing now. Every time I go to the farmers, sir, they're not able to get certifications. Sir, I'm everything doing, not putting last 7 years, not put any single fertilizer. A bazulog next to the farmer, he using the drip. The drone ka bhi, we had a discussion this morning in the horticulture conference. They're using the drone, drip aa raha hai uske upar, so wo sare isme aa rahe. Then बाजू वाला putting the fertilizer or toxic, this one the बारिश से वो पानी field में आ रहा है, मतलब they are draining to this side, so it's always there. That's why I call collective farming is the only solutions. You and within the boundary of the watershed, all the farmers in that one come together. They can say that, okay, decide that we are all together not going to the fertilizer. That's the only way you can able to go 100% what's called a export quality or the minimum residue level. We can that possible. Otherwise, individual farmers is always contamination is going to happen. But there is so many ways to reduce the toxicity natural way. We did design so many different approaches to do it so naturally. There's a pre-monsoon pricing is there, multi-cropping is there, polycropping system there, green manure is there. That's what the Jagdish is saying, that clearly increase the organic matter, reduce the toxic synthetic inputs. The two things go together. You get land slowly become what's called the detoxification possible. Yep.
Paniraj, you wanted to pitch in?
Sorry, Sharadji, I
please,
just
sir,
wanted to add in, to the question asked in terms of why we can't do and Dubai is doing. See, the energy footprint of such an exercise is what we should check. When we do hydroponics or aeroponics, the energy footprint of that crop is very, very high. Okay, Dubai can afford it, Middle East can afford it. In India, we wouldn't be able to do it, but that does not mean we should not do it. In the sense, simple act of increasing your organic carbon content in the soil reduces your water requirement by 50%. If there is organic matter in your soil, you don't need the amount of water that's happening. When it is not there, water is draining out of your field faster. You're having to refill your land faster. So with less water, we can do a whole lot of agriculture. See, for me, by doing aeroponics, what I learned, the deep lesson I learned, when you can live simply by nature, why do you want to eat food this way? You can grow food normally, naturally, and eat it with your hand in front of your mouth. Why do you want to go all around and do all that? But yes, if you are in Netherlands, if you are in some cold country, in the temperate region, etc., all these technologies make sense. If you are on Mars, it makes sense. Elon Musk would like to invest in it. But for India, short of that, what nature has given us as Mother Earth, take care of its health, and you're good. You can grow a lot of crops. Not all crops respond to nitrogen or DAP, etc. Understand this, and you will do wonderful.
Okay, fine. So,
Paniraj, you had something to pitch in?
Yes, sir. I mean, just continue with what you were saying. You said 6 months in, but I mean, I purchased land in 2023 April. So till then, it was farmed extensively in the most modern way, what we say now. So chemicals, fertilizers, urea, you call it, everything has been used for the yields, and then they have made decent money out of it. And then once I got it, so that is my chia seeds was my first crop, and then I've been told that without using, I did not apply any manure or something. So whatever I got it was very low yield. And then I came to know, I did the soil testing. Everything was low. The typical soil health card, what we get from the government, I have it. So everything is organic carbon content is at 0.03%. That's very low. It's 1/10 of what it should be. At least, 100%, 1/100th of what it should be. So now after that, in the last 7 to 8 months, I have used Senebu, and then I have applied this Kuri Gobra, sheep manure, farmyard manure I have used. And then I have done again a combination of all this Urli, Alsande average. So all this again I mulched for the last 6 months. I have done only this from Jan to August. So I've been doing only this. And then I have sown these crops for now consumption and in the market. So this is what it is. So do you say that my organic content would have increased a little, or where I stand now with respect to my organic content?
Chandrasekhar sir, you want to add something or?
That's okay. So that is fine. So
considering because you told it 6 months.
See, from my understanding, you need to have about 4% of organic carbon in your soil. This famous scientist called Albert Howard from UK had traveled in India. In his records, he had tested Indian soil. This is pre-British days, before Britain ruled India. And he had observed at multiple locations that Indian soil had 4% of organic carbon. Today, when we test across the country, you're getting 0.5%. That's the national average.
Yeah.
What number you said? It does not build up easily. I mean, you have grown green manuring crops or leguminous crops. These do add nitrogen, but organic carbon also gets consumed in tropical conditions like ours. Microbes eat it up. So buildup of organic manure in tropical conditions is slow. Okay, I don't want to put a number or a date or time and say it'll grow at this price or at this speed, but yes, it'll grow over time. But that's a basic. So please.
Yeah, I think this is a pretty good, important questions, especially when shifting to the what's called healthy soil, and that is where organic matters a lot. So that what we call ideal soil would be at least about 3% of soil organic carbon. That's required. But in order to even add a 0.5% organic carbon, we require a couple of years. And secondly, what is required is the cover crop is one thing. Most of the modern agriculture, they're seeing the monocrop cover crop. That's not going to add much. So, but what we did very interesting, that polycropping. That's very systemic design in that one, using the about 6 to 8, 9 the crops of the cereals, like all the millets what you're talking about. Then the other 20 or 15 varieties of the pulses and oilseed vegetable club together. You can grow them together. What's called pre-monsoon dry sowing. One of the approach they use pretty commonly, like in popularly in our experience in Andhra Pradesh there as well. But that is where we can root exudates adds a lot of the things that when I feed into microbes, the relation build up. Then second one is we are the tropical countries. It's not like a template like that. Only winter agaya, then summer, not like that. We grow throughout the year. 365 days you have the green cover put it. So two things approach you can do it, and we can add up the speed up the organic build up in the soil much faster than any modern agriculture done so far.
Okay.
But trees play the important role. Yeah.
So
Sharadana, we can go to the next question.
yeah. So viewers, we have finished an hour and there's 30 more minutes. I'll go quickly through the question. But you see the channel logo is displayed. Please do subscribe on YouTube and Instagram because that motivates us to bring a lot of good programs. So please do subscribe. So moving on to the next question from Sri Krishna. Compare Z or Z, B, and F natural
Yeah.
farming, organic. Anyone, please take it.
Yeah.
He
So
wants us to
anyone want to take
compare.
it? Yeah.
He wants us to compare a difference between ZB and that is zero budget natural farming, natural farming, Fukuoka, and organic farming. All three things.
Okay. So zero budget natural farming, this is the one designed by the Subhas Palekarji. So that where you Jivamrut, all those things we add into the soil, so that because our soil is depleted drastically, so you have to bring it to a certain level. So that is a bioinoculation added to that soil. That is the basically use the ingredients available in the home. It's not actually zero, but what he mentioned that you are not buying anything fertilizer pesticide from outside. So your own native seeds and your own these things you can bring that. That is basically zero job. Now it's called SBNF, Subakar, the natural farming. And then it comes to the organic farming. Basically, organic farming is the difference is that we are only put the inputs of instead of the synthetic fertilizer, replacing but with all the organic inputs to go the organic. But when it comes to the natural farming, you are adopting the natural process of this thing like ecology, what we call agroecology. There you wanted to try to understand the soil biology and microbial health and the native seeds, ecology, niche species, all that comes together. It's called 9 principle of the natural farming together. So they looks like each other, but they're kind of a cross intersection of each other. What you call Prakritika Kushi, that's the National Mission Natural Farming, talk about those things. Basically, like I put into the simplistic way, and before our any invasion happens, what used to grow is a combination of the diversified multi-purpose tree species along with the crops and the livestock. All that together, they automatically become recycling some of the residues. Take a simple example. The residues, what you can take, any modern technology, you can take about 3 to 6 months to become a compost or even a year. But the same residues, what our ancestors used to feed them to the cattle, right? The cows or the buys. So they within 24 become biofertilizer. So that is what the certain amount of biomass go back to the soil. That cycle is repeating and the bulk activity happen. That's where the basically we talk about natural farming. So three distinct difference here.
And I will go to the next question because we
Yeah.
have many questions.
For Meet Badriji. Nowadays, we have RTC enabled using geo-specific
Just
information.
just on the last question. Just on the last question. So this is
Please.
Fukuoka. This is, I don't know if you can see here. This is One
One-star revolution.
See this One-star revolution.
One star revolution.
So, yeah, so he's the one who pioneered this. So I need to read this. I think, Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Anna, tell. Yes.
Okay. So the question is in front of you. Nowadays, we have RTC enabled using geo-specific information of crop and updated with recent information. Anyone?
Sir actually told that he answered it. I think so. It's just a comment.
Okay.
We can go to the next question.
Okay. So Manjeet, Biradar sir, is there a project plan you have handy for people who have a piece of land, for newcomers, what they should grow? I think we have answered this. Maybe just touch the cereal and fruit part. Vegetable, I think Jagdish did mention.
Biradar sir, do you have a plan?
I think,
Do you
yeah,
have
of
a-
course, there is because basically, any plan is a site specific. Where your land is located, what climate it is there, what slope aspect. So basically, simple thing that sharing the land location that provide the basic biophysical conditions. One. Secondly, what purpose you are doing it? Is that growing for yourself as subsistence, or you are targeting for the market? Second. So those are the two. And what is the investment you have? If the three thing is there, this is the very handy plan can be easily done for that. So there's quite a bit of the I have 1 acre farmers to the 1 gunta farmers to about 20-30 acres. So different plan for the different people. A small piece of land, yes, you can do it.
Manjeet,
Okay,
Anna,
we'll
you
move
can
to
contact.
references.
You can contact Biradar sir directly on this thing. Yes, Jagdish sir, tell me.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying we can refer you to a lot of farmers who practice this, successfully very well. At least Karnataka had a dozen of them, at least that I know directly. But across the country, there are enough people who will give you such plans and locations. We could take that offline. A lot of details in that.
Okay, so I'll go very quickly. This is a statement.
Can I just pass some information?
Please.
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I
Yes,
think I'm planning one
Your voice is.
Is it fine?
Ashok, tell me.
Yeah.
Yes, it's clear.
I have some small piece of land in
Your
Bangalore.
voice is breaking.
It's breaking. Now it's
No,
fine.
it's clear, Anna.
It's clear.
It's clear.
Okay. So I'm
Ashok,
planning
please
to
continue.
make a
Yes.
small urban garden thing, in a plot, 1,200 square feet plot. Planning to make some vegetables garden for a family of 4 or 5 people. So I'm working on that. Maybe
Can you
this
hear
piece of
me?
land is in Bangalore.
I think your
itself.
voice is breaking. So
Anna, everyone is clearly audible. Perfect condition.
okay.
Perfect condition. Okay, then I'll carry on.
Yes, continue, Ashok.
This regarding the project plan, Manjit Mishra ji's question. So I'm working on a small 1,200 square feet. We have plots. Many people will be having plots. So I'm working on that small plan, 1,200 square feet. How we can grow vegetables at least some 30 to 40 to 50%. We can subsidize and grow our own vegetables in the small plot. Because when we say plot, it will be reachable within Bangalore. So as the process goes on, we'll keep updating to you.
Yes. The next question is by Vasant Kumar ji. It is for Biradar sir and Jagdish sir. What natural organic methods available to control Sigota in
Sigatoka.
banana plants? Sigotoka. Yes.
So please
Okay.
take the lead.
Yes. Jagdish.
Okay. So yeah, Sigatoka is basically I think is he referring to the black leaf spot. That's basically the one of the diseases that comes into the banana, and several reasons. First one is the good soil and good climate mostly is control that one. Second is the good resistant varieties. So two things most of the time they taken care. But your very small spot is there coming on the old leaf, shouldn't worry about it. Anyways, that leaf is ended with its photosynthetic active life cycle. That happens in the old leaf, despite, but it's coming on the new leaves. One should be worried about it. This is basically a management issue, and it's the restoring the soil and the proper the management. Of course, there's a lot of the chemical based, but we are talking about natural things. One always the first check with the soil, and is there too much of the water logging issues is there. That is the one of the easily target, and also aeration. Sometimes the garden you're putting the corner, there is no aeration happening. Those are the two things which should be done. So otherwise you can do the neem, the spray like a natural neem, and also there's some decoction they make it, but also the buttermilk, those things. There's a number of things we have to do it. Yeah.
Jagdish sir, you have anything to pitch in?
I'll share just a little more technical answer. Bear with me. See, Sigotoka is a microbial infection on the plant. Okay, mostly fungal, but can be other complex things. So first thing really you need to know is if you don't have healthy soil, this is what will happen. If you monocrop, okay, The technical thing you need to know for any such disease or pest is, we call this the golden triangle. Only when all these three happen, you will have a problem. Okay. First part of it is the host pathogen should be there. There should be a pathogen. So if somewhere the pathogen has come in there, you have a chance of getting it. But importantly, again, if there is no favorable climate, that pathogen will not multiply. That's the second part of the triangle. The third part of the triangle is you should have a genetic susceptibility to that. Now, we all experienced this during Corona. Well, many people lost their lives. Many of us did not. Maybe we had resistance to that. Right?
Correct.
So in Sigotaka, the importance of why it happens, and banana being a intense crop, it's a high yielding crop, and you use a lot of fertilizers. Particularly, it's a potash loving crop. And we have a practice of using what we call MOP, muriate of potash. What you need to know technically is it is potassium chloride. MOP is potassium chloride. When it comes in touch with water, it ionizes into potassium and chlorine. Please remember, chlorine is a disinfectant. It's killing all the good microorganisms in your soil.
Yes.
If you are not using biofertilizers, if you don't have sufficient organic carbon, that is when, if all the good people in the society are eliminated, the bad people in the society are going to take over and rule. That's how you get Sigotaka. It's okay to do intensive farming and get high yields, but at what cost you should think, because once you get infected like that, you have to go through a long cycle of recovering that soil. Okay, you have good practices, you will not have Sigotaka. There is no simple answer, there's no shortcut method to this, but subject is very well understood. Good practices will keep Sigotaka away.
Very good answer.
I hope I have answered the question.
Yes, you perfectly have answered. Anna, we will take the next question. Sharadana, we will take the next question. Sharadana?
Yeah.
Okay, I will just read out. Yes.
So, I think what we'll do now is, for the panelists, let me quickly show you all the questions, and
Okay.
maybe we'll select few and then we can answer, because we do not have time. It's already 1 hour 30 minutes, 22 minutes. So I'll quickly show you the questions, and maybe 2 or 3 questions we can pick it up. But let me show all the questions. Is that okay, Balaji?
That will be good, so that we
Yes.
can combine all the questions
Yes.
together.
Sure.
Yes,
So
yes,
just
yes.
read, panelists can read, and I'll read the
Yes,
question also.
I will just read it out. Ask Balaji Anna, where were we registering the Cooperative Society Agriculture? It will be in Attiguppe, Vijayanagar. Yes. Next question. Growing organically is very easy, but at a proper method, I think so. It's just a comment. Next question. Meet Badri. Ask regarding millets. All millets are very easy to grow. The issue is if you are isolated, all your crop can be consumed by birds in no time. Okay. Okay. I think so. We have given complete information on minutes. We can go to the next question. How to
Hold on.
start?
Read it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can read it. Yeah.
Yes. Next question by Sri Krishna. Ask how to start a Desi Gaushala. Details on how to go ahead. I think so. Biradar sir and Jagdish sir, you have to answer. And also Ritesh, you have to answer. Yes. How to
Okay.
start a Desi Gaushala.
Yeah, just to put that the Deshi Goshala, basically, important thing is about any Goshala is that one is the feed and fodder. So that is a very important one to understand that. I see the lot of the farmers coming to me that they bring the cows, everything, but in the off season they suffer from the biggest issue for them is the feed. So what I design is this one. Basically, if you're doing the small land is there, and you can grow the fodder trees that give the supplement during the off seasons. And there is a greening guinea that is like a very like a, if you come the very fodder, then all the several varieties of the fodder they go together. So that this is very primordial to the manage the Gaushala. Biggest issue that everything is there, but the feed stock, so that you can combine fodder trees, then the ground cover with grazing the grasses, and that combination together, then what you call multi-purpose tree species, the combination, so that can easily be uttered. That's the best thing before even we start the Gaushala.
Ritesh, you have any answer?
Yeah, fodder is the main problem within that. In case of that, you can have your you can grow your own silage. You can do your own silages, and you can get into it. And you should have the proper design and the structure of the shed also that makes sense in the easy work. So then we can survive in the Goshala.
Yes. Jagdish sir, you have
Yeah,
something to
I just
pitch in?
wanted to add. Yes, I just wanted to add. The earlier person who had made a comment more than a question was a person called
Hmm.
Lakshmi Lokur. I'm very happy she's here. She was my student
Hmm.
at the School of Agriculture. She's a
Oh,
practicing
very
farmer
nice.
in Belgaum district. Okay,
Okay.
she has a Goshala. She practices organic farming. One more person, Sharadji would know, Monika ji from Kolhapur. No,
Yes.
these people practice organic farming. They practice multi-cropping. They practice all this. I have seen people from France and Israel coming to India and staying on their farms and learning these subjects that we are talking. I invite. We can share details, visit them, see what they do. Both conduct classes occasionally and share their knowledge. That's the only way we are going to come back to nature. Okay. Thanks,
Okay.
And
Lakshmi,
we'll
for being around. And it's not rocket science. Your life will be simple and it'll be fine.
Amazing.
and we will
Last
bring
two
Monica
questions
ji,
for the day.
and
We have question.
we will
Yes,
bring
Sharad.
Monica ji in the next show if she agrees. She is an awesome person, guys, and both Chandrasekhar ji and Jagdish ji, they know her. Awesome speaker. You will love it. Okay, next question.
It's a comment. Feeding and good health instead of making money should be the main goal of organic farming. Thank you, Rudraji. Thank you for a comment. And last question by Nirmala. Has anyone experimented with Agnihotra Homa farming? Does it increase the yield and does it help in converting toxic materials in the soil to inert material? Yes.
Uh, I know a group of farmers in Belgaum who practice this.
Hmm.
Okay, they
There
do
was a
place.
viral video in Australia, someone growing oranges using Homa farming,
Yeah, yeah.
but has anyone else experienced it?
In Belgaum, we have a group of farmers who are experimenting. I
Huh.
think one is Kulkarni Brothers, and Lakshmi herself does some such things. Okay,
Hmm.
but frankly, if you use the modern scientific method of thinking, you will not understand.
Hmm.
Okay, because the way nature works, it's constrained by so-called we call scientific thinking. You
Hmm.
know, but I don't want to say it's right or wrong. Okay, it's
Hmm.
more a moral judgment of that. But please experiment and find out your own belief and your own path in that. I don't want to recommend either way. Um, Many people, anywhere from Rudolf Steiner, if I'm correct, biodynamic farming he had written, to current. At least there is 300-year history of doing such things where we have experimented the nature and nature for agriculture. Okay,
Okay.
Yes.
happy to share more details occasionally offline.
So, Balaji, 1 second. I have as my channel also has one tagline, "Or na chhor par na karenge bor," means we are not very definitive in our thought process. Everybody has their own space to speak. So, keeping that into mind, is salt growing of farming? First question to both of the panelists, in fact all the panelists, because I happened to go to a puja shop here in north, and there they were selling in the puja shop, right? Puja, you get havan and all, right? They were selling black salt and pink salt. They said because people do some kind of fasting, they don't eat the particular iodine salt.
Hmm.
Now,
Yes.
is salt a farming? Question number one. And question number two, hing. I'm not sure what is the Kannadiga name for hing. Hing, Birataji?
Ingu,
Asafoetida.
Ingu. They call it Ingu. Hmm.
Ingu
Ingu.
Ashwafetida.
That is grown.
Asafoetida.
That,
Ashwafetida.
yeah, correct. So that is grown in Iran and Afghanistan in the mountain. And the price of it, when I checked the original price, this much small size in thousand rupees, the like original one. So
Okay.
can't we, because we are getting the IT guys, let's be disruptive.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead,
Yes,
guys.
I have an answer for this. Number one, for asafoetida, it is grown only in arid climates that is available in Afghanistan and Iran. And believe it or not, 90% of the asafoetida we import, it is coming from only one single country, Iran. It is coming from Iran, and 10% it is they call it devil's something. They have some name for it. It has a pungent odor, so they call it some devil this thing. And by the time you reach it, it comes to your house in a dabba. It is actually the 1000th time diluted. It is not. If you use original hing into your cooking, your entire building will start not the entire building, even your neighbors will start getting the smell of what you're cooking. So it is 1000th the way it is being diluted. And number two, salt. What you're saying, salt, you can't farm. Salt is mining. You will be mining the salt. And this Himalayan pink salt, basically it is it is not in the Himalayas. Most of them is Pakistan has many salt mines. The pink salt mines, it is what do you call uh, uh, mountains. In between mountains, there will be certain mines where they will mine the salt. And during Navratra fast, it is not advisable to take sodium chloride, so they will take this kind of salt, which is pink salt or rock salt, whatever you call it. Both are almost the same. Anybody wants to pitch in?
Yeah, just a little, again, technical thing about that. Yes, rightfully in Pakistan, that part of the Himalayas is where you get this pink salt. Basically, the tectonic movement, the earth movement, there was an ocean earlier there. The Tethys River, they would say, when the earth clashed with that Eurasian plateau, that's when the Himalayas formed. And some of the oceans trapped there got concentrated into that. The pink color comes because of potassium in it. Now, normally sodium chloride is a salt that we consume, which is crystal white. Okay, but the pink color comes because of potassium in that, and hence potassium is good for your body. That salt is healthier. Okay, so consuming pink salt can be considered healthier because lesser sodium, which triggers your BP. Potassium doesn't trigger BP at the rate at which sodium does. But here's the important thing about cultivation, please. See, there's a group of plants called halophytes. Halophytes are grown in saline areas. So you can grow halophytes along the sea, the ocean coast, etc. Harvest them, dry them, powder them, and remove the organic material out of it. You are left with potassium and sodium which the plant accumulates.
Oh.
Halophytes, Halophytes. If you Google, you'll get some information. But it's not normally considered economic. It would be expensive, but it's an experiment worth trying. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jagdish sir, one last question before leaving. Have you heard about seaweed cultivation?
Yes,
Seaweeds
I
are
was
getting
coming to that.
demand, everything. Yes.
Oh my God, he read my mind. Exactly.
Yeah.
We have a Bangalore, entire Karnataka, and
Yes.
the seaweed is so rich in protein. All the Asian people eats it. Why can't we, do the farming and sell it to China and Japan and all those countries? Huge money.
Yes. Jagdish sir, you have to answer.
You should, and it can be done. Okay, I think the Ocean Sciences Research Institute in Chennai is giving such training. Okay, also in Mumbai they have, unfortunately, because in Mumbai nobody has time to experiment such things. The ICR institutes have the technology ready, available to be transferred. Any of our friends from coastal areas want to do it? Again, I will say the challenge, the curse of agriculture is first develop markets. We can grow anything for you. In the ocean, in the air, in the soil, everywhere. Do your market homework. We will give you enough technology to grow that very nutritiously. We don't have a palate for it. The unfortunate thing about food is we all first taste habits, then comes nutrition. So, consumption of wheat, seaweed is not natural to people who are native to India.
Yes. Ashok Balreddy just recently visited a mushroom the expo, and there he got the same answer. अरे production तो बहुत सारा mushroom हो सकता है मगर market नहीं है सबके लिए. That is the main problem. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I think we had this Roj cow under ads freeze there, right? So I think we should get some big sports person to market it. I think government should.
Good point.
String them. I think if Virat Kohli comes and says, eat mushroom, have some seaweed, but that will not happen.
It costs a
So,
lot. It costs a lot.
So
and coming to the
go.
salt, there's something called biosalt also. It's a fermented salt, like where you take the rice starch and normal salt, you ferment it for 7 days or 6 days, and you use it in a liquid form after the cooking. Even that is also very considered as a healthy thing.
Sharadana, you are telling something.
Hmm.
Sharadana, you
I'm
are
telling
telling something.
we will go across the table. Every panelist we can speak 1 minute, and we'll wrap up. So
Yes.
start with Dr. Chandrasekhar ji. Yeah.
I think this is a pretty good. I'm glad to see that a lot of the people interested. I don't know how many people join online, and but this is a good way because of many people asking questions, sending so much in the WhatsApp. I think often we're not able to get the response that one. But addressing here, this is basically they also helping the other people come back to visit those questions. That will help. That helps a lot. And the idea that one that is very difficult to ask the poor farmer to go back to the something like the what's called productive agriculture, something like that. But people in the cities, if they really realize that one, or coming to city, what really they facing that one, but they are going back to the agriculture, that thing that make a big difference. But in the city, the गांव में है लोग रह रहे city don't come to city, they won't listen because they have to exposure का जरूरत होता है. But the already people come to the city, the exposure like us we are here, but easy for them to go back.
Yes.
Jagdish ji.
Yeah,
Jagdish ji.
the few lines I want to add as we conclude. I'm very happy to be talking to IT professionals.
Yeah.
It is people from outside subject who will solve the core subject problems.
True.
Because most people who have been traditional farmers or from the traditional agriculture university have been molded in a particular way and cannot see certain things. When you people as outsiders come and question basic things, the new thing opens up. But most importantly, see, I have seen IT technology make the life of a driver, a peon, or you consider in urban any kind of beautician or plumber, their lives have changed. Bankers' lives have changed. Farmers' life is yet to change because of digital technology.
Beautiful point. Yeah.
Please come, we will talk. There are many ways in which digital technology should be molded or made suitable to a farmer. Digital public infrastructure is one of them. Backend protocol is another of them. We'll be happy to exchange notes and partner with you people.
I will take next. Jagdish sir, don't worry. After March, I will get you a line of people who want to learn agriculture. And most of them will be IT professionals. Everybody would have lost jobs as per Dr. Ankit's prediction. So let us see what will happen. Yes, and thank you so much, everyone. This was an amazing meet. Chandrasekhar sir, Jagdish sir, Ritesh, Paniraj, Ashok. You really, people are seeing hope in your talks. All their basic doubts are getting resolved. They're mentally getting prepared for the next event which is about to come. Thank you so much. We are starting the cooperative soon in January, February, and it will be registered in Atigupe, Vijayanagar. So it is very convenient for everyone to come. And people from Rajaji Nagar, Hebbal also, they can come. People from Whitefield, they can just take a metro purple line and they can come over here. People from this side of Bangalore also can come in. It's kind of a central place. We have a place. We will be starting a cooperative society, and we will definitely work on the vision what Ankit Shah ji has given us. Thank you so much. Yes, Ritesh, you want something to pitch in?
I'm very happy to know the people are very interested in agriculture. Like in the remote places where we are, it's not the regular thing what people do for organic things and natural farming. Also, they're totally what you call. They're not traditional. They're into chemical farming, as Sir said before. So at least nowadays people are getting into this, and they've started growing their own food in the terrace, and I've seen many people like that. So I'm very happy to know more such people to be continuing these things, and we can really rebuild our good healthy food within us, and we can be very totally healthy with the cycle of agriculture.
Yes. Ashok, Paniraj, you want to pitch in? Paniraj, you want to pitch in something?
I think I will just say a couple of words.
Yes.
I think maybe once we form this society, cooperative society, I think many people who are having all these doubts of farming and all, they can come together, and then it gives a strength for everybody, pillar to pillar to each other. And coming back, I'm trying this small plot, right? So I might need some volunteers who are interested. The place will be within Bangalore. I'll share the location and all after discussing with Balaji. So it'll be 20 minutes or 25 minutes from KR Puram. It's just 8 kilometers or 10 kilometers. So we can come and you can make your hands dirty and then feel it how to do it. So more information will be posted in the group after discussing with Balaji.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sharadana?
I will say is if somebody is researching, search what kind of food literature Vijayanagar Empire kings used to eat, and we can do backward integration of those kind of food and crops grown during that time. It's so for any IT guys, I think that will be the great thing. Yeah.
Historical references, and we can sell it as a theme or a product, which is definitely one. People there is a restaurant in Delhi, I forgot their name, but they're trying to do the same Vedic age food, Indus Valley food. They use historical literature, and they are selling I forgot the name of the place. Next time I will definitely tell you the name. Yes.
Okay.
So by the way, so I'm reading the book on the ancient food systems and focusing on the North Karnataka. So they're coming out soon. So
Yes.
going back to the before Mughal, before invasion, what the food we used to eat. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And on 15th, we're having a meeting with Vibhuti Jaji in Baswangudi, Bugle Rock. We will be morning 9 o'clock. We will be having breakfast, and 10:30 we are starting the meeting with him inside the Bugle Rock amphitheater where Ankit Jaji spoke, answered your questions. It is the same place. So see you all there. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much. Har Har Mahadev.
Thank you. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jai Shri Ram.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.